Hi friends, it's Murph. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I thought I'd share one of my favorite recipes of my grandfather's with you, and I hope you like it and I hope you try it. We loved it growing up as a kid, and it's super easy. It doesn't taste as good as when he made it for us, but at least I carry on the tradition. So we're gonna make crepes, and he'd call it, he was French, had crepe, and have his little accent, and God love him, and he'd flip them in the pan, but I'm just gonna do my best and show you how I make them. So in a bowl, I have 2 cups of flour, and then I have a pinch of salt and 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking powder. We're gonna add a cup of milk, and then we're gonna add a cup of water and an egg, and we're just gonna whisk that. But I've already done that because I like to let it set for a little while. So I'm gonna move you over here and show you what I got going on. So I already have it right here, all whisked up and in the bowl. So as it sits, sometimes it gets a little bit thicker. So you might wanna add a little bit more water or milk. You can add both. But what we wanna do is about a medium-high heat. Make sure you can see that. We're gonna add a pat of butter. Of course, because everything tastes better with butter. And then I'm going to add a ladle of the mixture. So what we're gonna do is we're really just gonna kind of try to swirl it around. I know you can't see that, but that's just the way my wrist goes. Swirl it around. Ooh. Well, why would it not be a failure? Because I like to have bloopers in my show. Ready to try that again? Let's put a pat of butter. I think I was trying to tilt it too much so you could see it. So let's try this again. Okay. You don't have to use a pan this big. I like this one, just because I like the crepes to be big. Let me see if I can do it without. Yeah. So you just want to kind of make it spread out as evenly as you can. The key for me, I think, is to have it on fairly high heat, because what you want to do is you want to really brown it up. I like to have like the little butter spots on it. You'll see what I mean. So that's really the key. And you don't want it too thick like a pancake. You want to be able to either roll it, or you could put fillings in it, or whatever you want. But so let's just make sure we're looking at that. It's starting to look like it's bubbling up. So I never like the first couple of crepes that I make. It seems like I don't have the pan up to temperature enough. So the first ones almost come out like a little doughy, or not as brown as I want them. So it's really important to have this on, but that's okay. If you make a mistake with the first ones and they don't really come out good, don't serve it to your family. Just sit in the corner and just eat them, because they're so good. And it doesn't matter how they look, it's how they taste. So that's really important. All right. It's just about ready to flip. And then I'll show you how we put them together. You could do whatever. I'm sure you could put cream cheese if you wanted to, or like cream and fruit or something, but I'm gonna show you the way my family eats them. And don't ask me to flip it, because I can't. Look at how yummy that looks. Okay. I'm gonna shut this off because I'm gonna show you how I eat mine, okay? Okay. So I have 2 ready to go. And see how yummy those look? I really like the little butter spots on them. Okay, so the way my grandmother would eat them is, I've already got the butter on here. I put a little pat of butter on here, and then she would take it and sprinkle it with brown sugar. Now, when I was a kid, I thought, oh my goodness, this is like a little bit of heaven, because they're nice and warm, and as you roll them up, it's like the brown sugar kind of just melts and it's just caramelized and yummy. Okay. And then we'd cut them like this and eat them. Okay, that's the way my grandmother would eat it. My grandfather'd be in the kitchen and he'd just be throwing them up and cooking them for all us kids. He'd have multiple pans going and he was just the best. So these are good. Okay, now, the first time I ever had one, my brother showed me how to eat this. Same thing, put the butter on it. He's like, oh, don't put the brown sugar. You gotta put syrup. But I'll never forget this, and it's messy, but it's fun, fun, fun. This is maple syrup from my uncle. So you know, Maine maple syrup is so good. So you just kind of give it a little bit, okay? But then he would say, my brother would say, you gotta get it everywhere. And so, you know, I'd take my knife or I'd do this and just kind of spread it around. He goes, no, Murph, you gotta take it and you gotta pick it up and you gotta let the syrup drip on your plate and then you put it back down. So now it's on the other side, right? How brilliant is that one? And then you roll it up. See what I mean by messy? But you know what? It's mine. Okay. I'm gonna post this recipe. I'll put it on the menu tab and I'll also put it in the comment section so hopefully everybody can find it. I do try to make it a little bit easier for you. But if you don't see it, just let me know. And there it is. Sorry, but I have to have a bite. That brings back such childhood memories for me. It is the best. I hope you like it and I hope you try it. And remember, this is my grandfather's recipe. God love him. He made them for us when we were kids and I still love them to this day. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.